guys! It's time for NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands! Welcome back, my little lambs. We're here in Highway Town, and we're going to continue our hunt for intel cases. We're going to search the outside, and then we'll head inside. And then after we get done here, there's a couple other locations across the map that we're going to start looking for. So, let's hop right into it. The top of Highway Town is really well built out from game design standpoint and from, the game's universe standpoint. They really went all out, turning what was left of this bridge into a place to live in. Although I would question, considering how much of the other parts of the bridge fell apart so easily apparently, was it really a good idea building on what was left?
Better not be looking for trouble.
Running low on caps. Time to take on a bounty or two.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and head inside and grab a case that I know that's in there. I thought there was one more case on the roof. That's one reason why I spent so much extra time looking around. But also, again, to show you the really great detail and the great views you can get from being so high up.
Wish I could see what's over the river.
What are they gonna
But
do?
it's way too
Somewhere
dangerous.
else?
Any news things to report?
Smells like the whack is always stocked.
Gotta play it
Gotta be
smooth.
crazy running caravans.
Running low on caps.
Try cams.
Time to take on a bounty or two.
Might head over to the last resort. Could be some open.
If someone asks you where to find me, just remember I can't sell you anything if I'm not, breathing.
We'll stay afloat. Plenty of sorrows to drown in this town.
Let those psychos at the Rust Kingdom sort themselves out. If it's dog eat dog, it won't take too long.
It's not safe outside of town. The Rust King's thugs are everywhere these days. Next time those raiders show up,
Gotta watch out for that rust. Doesn't rumble in their lungs.
You been down below? Stinks down there.
Yeah, so what if I raise prices? What are they gonna do? Go somewhere else?
All these bounty hunters running around. If only they could unite, we could stick it to the Rust King.
I really hate those damn raiders.
Hey,
Wish they would leave us the hell alone. Caps never last as long as you need them to.
The last resort's been getting real busy recently. Must be something special going on.
Checked out the last resort lately? New bounties there all the time.
explore the wilderness, seek out the impossible. This heat is relentless.
Okay, so we're going to fast travel to the world of corn. There's going to be some intel cases there we can get. And then we're going to start heading kind of northwest towards the map. You can see that there's a railroad station on it. And there's going to be some abandoned houses along the way. We'll be able to find intel cases there, hopefully. We should be able to find several near the railroad station. And there's a couple of locations just around it. This is when I started thinking I might be on a bad server because this damn bloatfly was taking too many hits and it should have died and it didn't. And then a rad scorpion managed to get behind me and either it one-shot me or the splash damage from my explosion took me out. I am running my bloody build, but normally I can usually survive a hit or two like that.
Every ear of corn has an even number of rows.
Okay, let's try that again without the oops. We're going to head up here and grab that intel case, and then we're going to start going to some of those abandoned houses we saw across the road.
Warning! Priority target detected. Warning! Priority target detected.
Okay, so a headhunt just popped up, so we definitely want to go to this since it's one of the main ways to get the new legendary mods that they've introduced with the Burning Springs update. So whenever you're playing, if you see one of these things pop up, get to it. Okay, so this headhunt was over with pretty darn quick, but that doesn't mean we should go ahead and leave. The main targets always have support with them. There will be 2 of them, and they're going to be legendary themselves. Usually minimum of 2-star. They can also spawn as 3-star. Rust Raiders will also show up after you take out the main target. Usually they'll be in power armor, and there's a good chance for them to sometimes spawn as legendary. So these headhunts, you may have 3, 5, sometimes 7 legendary enemies that are going to be here for you to take out. So that's some good chances at getting some of the new mods. Okay, so now we're back here at the World of Corn, and we're going to turn around and start running past all those houses as we make our way towards the railroad station and see how many more intel cases we can find. This railroad station is kind of like the giant junkyard in the fact that it's really hard to get it to unlock. You have to sit there and get in a very specific spot before it's going to pop up as you found this location. So you may have to walk around here quite a lot, but if you're here searching for intel cases, you're going to be doing a lot of walking around. Well, that ghoul must have been a lady who chose the bear. And there's another headhunt for us to go to, so we're gonna pop over and do that. One thing a lot of people are doing with headhunts right now is, since the locations usually already have enemies at them, while you're waiting for the flare to launch, people are going to rush in and clear out the normal enemies. In my opinion, this is a good tactic because then you're going to be able to focus on the legendary headhunt enemy when they spawn, but sometimes it can also lead to a bit of confusion, it seems. And sometimes you get headhunts that end super quick, and then sometimes they're all out battles. So when a headhunt pops up, try and get there as quick as possible, because you don't know if it's going to still be going or if it's going to be over before you even get spawned in. Well, since while we were at the railroad station it didn't unlock, we've got to fast travel all the way back to Cornworld and then run from there all the way again back to the railroad station. Hopefully this time we'll get it unlocked and we'll be able to find some intel cases. Okay, so it seems you have to be pretty much next to this mailbox or whatever it is to discover Hocking Hills Station. So, thankfully now that we've got it unlocked, this will be easy to get back here if we ever need to. The rail station here is actually pretty well laid out. You can definitely see that survivors that tried to turn this into a compound did a really good job of building up the area. It'll be interesting to see if in future updates they actually maybe do more with this, because some of these camps in Burning Springs are just way too elaborate to just be completely devoid of any NPCs. I'm wondering if they definitely have a long-term plan of adding more bases and stuff. Maybe with the Rust King starting to take over more of the Burning Springs area. You know, right now it just seems like he's all down in the Rust Kingdom, and then, you know, you run into Rust Raiders as you're roaming around, but you would think if he's really got this many people out there, he would have other outposts where they would do trade or whatever. You know, they have taken over the junkyard for Deathclaw taming, so that's one thing. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to run all the way up to the tunnel on the hill. There's going to be an intel case in there, and then that's going to be where we go ahead and bring this video to an end. This one's a little bit longer than some of the previous ones because I couldn't find a really good spot to break it up into small pieces without them being too short videos. So I just decided to go for one long one. So let's get up there to the cave, grab that last intel case, and then we'll be saying goodbye. Well, this letter describes a sad situation that has lots of parallels in real life. In disaster situations, sometimes neighbors can come together to help each other out, and then sometimes, unfortunately, it goes the other way. It becomes an every person for themselves type situation, and people that you once thought would be there to help you may become your enemy. Sad to have to end the video on a note like this, but thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.